Hey TDD family!
Hope you guys are having a good day today.
Today we're going to be starting a 3-part series teaching you everything you need to know about becoming a gate guard.
This is going to be a comprehensive guide to gate guarding. Everything you need to know from start to finish.
We decided to make this series to answer all your questions. If you have any additional ones,
put them in the comments below.
There may be some stuff that we missed, but we're going to try to cover everything in this 3-part series.
So let's get into it. Part 1 is going to be teaching you how to get started. Everything you need to know about getting your license up until you actually get your license in your hand.
Part 2 is going to cover everything after you get your license. Working with the gate guard company, waiting for your gate, everything that you need to know to get set up so that when you get a gate, you'll be ready to go.
Part 3 is going to be at your gate. What to expect when you get there, what kind of work, all of those questions are going to be answered. And don't forget, if you have questions, link them down below. So part 1 is going to be about pay rates, and we're going to be talking about 24-hour RV on-site gates. And this is for couples only. You will get paid per day, per couple, not per person.
Okay, there's 2 different sections they really cover. You have South Texas and West Texas. South Texas generally pays about $150 to $200 a day. West Texas, you'll be making more like $200 and up a day. It averages out about $250.
The reason for the price difference is because West Texas, you're further out from all of your major shopping. And most people don't want that. A lot of people like to be closer to all the major shopping like they are in San Antonio, which is in South Texas.
So if you're looking to make a little bit more money, of course, you're going to choose West Texas, but expect to be a little bit more isolated.
Yeah. They do offer gates for singles. You'll generally be commuting, but you'll either be working out of your truck or a shack. They generally pay $175 and up for that 12 hours that you'll be working.
Next, we're going to cover taxes. Working as a gate guard, taxes aren't taken out automatically. You're going to have to cover them yourself. You can use deductions because you are self-employed. You're going to be charged a subcontractor rate. So we factored in about 25% of our income for taxes just to be able to cover that. It might be less. We haven't had to do them yet, but generally we try to set aside at least 25%.
The third thing on our list is gate guard companies. When you start out, you're going to want to be talking to a few gate guard companies. You are allowed to work for more than one. You're going to want to call them and find out if they have gates available, what their application process is. Get a feel for what they need from you, what you're getting into. They will absolutely help you with your process. They will help you get everything situated along the way. But make sure you talk to them and just get yourself out there, let them know you're interested and you want to go forward with the process.
So as long as you're connected with a gate guard company, anything that we're teaching you, you can run by them and they'll give you a little more insight on what to do if you have any other questions. So now we're going to cover getting your license. By now you've already spoken to a couple of gate guard companies and have an idea of who you might want to work with, who has work available. The next step you want to do is actually get online and apply for your gate guarding license.
And to do that, you're going to go to tops.portal.texas.gov. That should be somewhere right in here.
After you choose the company you want to go through, you're going to need their licensing code. You're going to have to use their code while you're applying for your gate guard license. It's going to ask you for that information throughout the process. Just make sure you have that handy so you could fill that out when you get to that point. Next, you're going to click Start Individual Application. Then you're going to scroll down to choose Unarmed Registration. Then pick Non-Commissioned Security Officer.
Level 2.
After that, you'll be able to follow the directions, fill out your information, get everything started with the process. So after you're done with filling out your personal information, they're going to redirect you to a site to get your fingerprint appointment set up. You're going to have a choice of either doing that in your own home state or doing that when you get down to Texas. We would suggest doing it down in Texas. You save some money by getting it done down here.
It's faster, it's easier, and it goes through much quicker too.
So if you're already heading down here, just schedule your appointment for when you get down here. It's a pretty quick process.
Once you've got all that done, you're going to be taking a 6-hour online course. It'll cost you about $65. We did it, went through it, got it all done. You're going to go to Top Gun Security online and you're just going to go through the directions and take that course. Once you're finished taking that course, you'll be able to print out your certification. If you're a couple, you both of you will need to take that course individually as well.
Next thing we're going to cover is the number of gate guarding companies you can have in your license. The maximum amount of companies that you can have on your license is 3. If you decide to go with a different company that's not on your license, then you need to take one of those off and replace it with the one that you'll be going with. There is a fee associated with that, so you want to keep that in mind if you're going to be moving around a lot.
The next thing we're going to cover is flexibility of the job. You can work as little or as much as you want. Some companies, though, may have a 30-day minimum that you can work, so just keep that in mind. Us personally, we're sticking it out for the long haul. You already know what we're doing. So it's pretty flexible, and the companies are really good with that. You can go and come back. We've had many friends do it.
Now, of course, you want to be able to give them some kind of notification of when you're going to be leaving. You don't want to just off and leave and give them 1 day notice. Just be courteous and let them know when you're planning to leave so they can find somebody else to cover the gate.
The next thing on the list is going to be the pet policy. It's going to differentiate by gate. A lot of gates tend to shy away from pets, especially dogs. They don't want them outdoors. It's for safety reasons. They don't want them getting out and around. Now, they are allowed to go out and use the bathroom. Cats are another story. Cats are generally indoors. They're okay with it. But keep in mind, some gates will not allow pets at all of any kind, indoor or outdoor. So just be mindful and know that you'll have a little less work the more pets you have.
The next thing we're going to cover is the kids and visitor policy. Many companies will not allow anybody else in the RV unless they are licensed also. You can have visitors come over. You could even have visitors come over for the holidays for a week and just spend time.
But they cannot work. They are not allowed to be outside gate guarding. They can't be roaming around.
That all depends on the company you're working for and their policies, but we're speaking from our own experience and the company that we're working for.
Yep. All right. The next thing is going to be your workload while you're actually at your gate, what to expect while you're there. This is going to differentiate widely between your gates and the type of gate you have. There are fracking sites and there's drilling rigs. When they're drilling for oil, it's not as busy. So you're going to have a little less traffic, but you still do have to sign in everybody that comes in depending on what the people want you to do. Fracking sites are busier. They have all the sand trucks coming in, but it's not terrible. You still have to sign everybody in and out. So like I said, it'll differentiate widely by your gate. And just so you know, they will also tell you what to expect to a point before you actually get there.
The next thing we're going to discuss is mail options. When you're out in the middle of nowhere and you need to get a package, how do we get it? What we do is we have it actually shipped over to the gate guard company. So any mail delivery, any packages delivered, they'll bring out to us when they come to service our equipment. And that's usually like once every other week they'll come out, fill up our water, drop off our packages,
change our oil in our generator, and all that stuff.
And get everything done that we need done.
We can't speak for all companies. Our specific company allows us to send the packages straight to them, then either we pick it up or they'll bring it out. So just make sure you check with your company beforehand. So the next thing we're going to cover is internet and cell phone. What do we do? For our cell phones, we still have Verizon. We have 12 gigs between the two of us, 6 each, and then we go through American Family Wireless, who goes through AT&T towers for our internet. We actually will link our video right up here, I think, that you can click on to get all the details on that. We've loved having it. It has been a wonderful, wonderful company, and the service is super fast. I'm talking, like, check our video because it's crazy.
We pay $65 a month for them, and honestly, it's worth it. You know,
the same for Verizon.
It's very dependable. We've been using it for everything we need to do while we're on the road,
Literally.
gate guarding, and even in places where we couldn't even get Verizon service, we're getting service through AT&T, which is through American Family Wireless. It's really worth looking at.
It is, and for Verizon, it's about $60 a month there as well. So, you know, our total's about $125 a month, which isn't bad at all for both of those.
So now we're going to mention some of the perks of the job.
This is my favorite one.
So one of the perks that we love when we're at a gate is
free food.
We've been catered to. We've had food dropped off, burritos, steak, just
chicken, ribs.
So much good food. And
everything.
You know, every penny counts. I mean, yes, we're making money doing this, but we're saving money because, hey, that's covering one meal.
And who doesn't like free food?
And it kind of gives you that feeling of going out to eat without having to pay for going out to eat. So yeah. It's nice.
And it's really thoughtful because they include us too. At our last gate, before they switched companies, the guys would actually grill out 3 days a week, and they would always offer us food. So, of course, you know, we're going to be like, yes, please. And it's just so nice. And then we get things dropped off to us, like burritos or Chick-fil-A, for example. And it's just, it makes you feel really good because they see you out there, and it's just, who doesn't like food? We're foodies, you know? That's just one of the perks. The other perks are you have good companies to work for, and you have good gates with good people. We're at the end. We're going to finish off this part with, is it worth it? Personally, for us, 100% would I say yes. The debt we've been able to pay down for doing this for the short amount of time has been something we never thought we could do. The job itself is great. The people we work for, the company is fantastic. The money is good, and the job itself is good. There are a few things you need to look out for, like you are out in the middle of nowhere sometimes. And if you're a couple, you're not going to be able to sleep with your partner. Shifts are going to be different. But that's just little things compared to the fact that it helps you get out there. And this is also a great opportunity for those of you who full-time RV who need a little quick cash. You could work for 2, 3 months, 4 months, and still put enough away to go and travel for a while. So yes, it's worth it.
So now that we've went through all of this, you should be able to get your license, get your fingerprints done, and be set to work with a gate guard company. We're going to cover the next steps in part 2, but if you do have any additional questions, please feel more than welcome to ask in the comments below or message us.
Send us an email, find us on Facebook or on Reddit and Twitter and Instagram. So now that you've gotten your license, you've found a company to work for, it's time to check out part 2, and that will be linked right here. We're going to be talking about after you get your license and what to do. We're going to talk about the waiting yard, the busy season, all the equipment you're going to need, and everything else about that. So check that out, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Bye!